bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar.
The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter.
Now every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard. Inside he was looking for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, and barter.
Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. And then the word got around, they said this kid is insane. Man took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget where you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait.
When he was 10, his father split in four, bit dead-ridden 2 years. And we see Alexander's mother bedridden, half dead. Soon their own sick, the scent thick. Alex got better, but his mother went quick.
Moved in with the cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing but ruined pride, something new inside. Voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. Started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf.
There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute, without a cent of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford, scamming for every book he can get his hands on, living for this future, seeing now as he stands on the bow of a ship, headed for a new land. In New York, you can be a new man.
New York, you can.
Just you wait,
New York, you can.
just you wait.
New York, you can be a new man. New York.
Just you wait.
Waiting in the wings for you. Waiting in the wings for you. Never back down. Never learn to take your time. Alexander Hamilton. There God sings for you. So much you overcame. Even though you're from the game, the world will never be the same.
The ship is in the harbor now, see if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rap, America forgot him.
We fought with him.
Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. Shot him, shot him, shot him. There's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
New York City.
Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends. Who's asking?
Oh, sure, sir. I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you.
I'm getting nervous.
Sir, I heard your name at Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study. When I got sorta out of sorts with a buddy of yours, I may have punched him. It's a blur, sir. He handles the financials.
You punched the bursar?
Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate into the join the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast?
It was my parents' dying wish before they passed.
You're an orphan, of course. I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war, then we could prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for.
Can I buy you a drink?
That would be nice.
While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less.
What?
Smile more. Don't let them know who you're against or what you're for.
You can't be serious.
You wanna get ahead.
Yes.
Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead.
Oh, yo, what time is it?
Showtime!
Like I said.
Showtime. Yo, I'm John Lewis in the place to be. I do Pike to Sam Adams and I'm working on 3. Ha! The red coats don't want it with me, cause I will pop, chicka plop, these cops till I'm free.
And oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette, the Lancelot of the revolutionary set. I came from afar just to say bonsoir. Tell the king que c'est toi who's the best, c'est moi.
Brah, brah. I am Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your mother say, come again.
Hey!
Brothers and corsets, of course, it's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of corsets.
Wow.
No more sex, pour me another brew, son. Let's raise a couple more to
To the revolution!
Well, if it ain't the prodigy, you Prince of College. Aaron Burr, give us a verse, drop some knowledge.
Good luck with that. You taking your stand. You spit, I'ma sit. We'll see where we land.
Well, the revolution's imminent. What do you stall for?
If you stand for nothing, Burr, what do you fall for?
Who are you?
Who are you?
This kid, what's he gonna do?
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma grab a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dang, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains, but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of gold, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable, only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every word and every disadvantage I have learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. The damn is getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D. A colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps spitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. And King George, he turns around, he run a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me!
He says in parentheses.
Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot.
I dream of life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say, how you saw anarchy. When I bet I make the other side panicky with my
Shot.
Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got y'all knuckleheads and local parentis. I'm joining the rebellion because I know it's my chance to socially advance.
Hey,
Instead
hey.
of suing some pants, I'm gonna take a
Shot.
shot.
Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but this situation is fraught. You got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
Bird, check what we got. Mr. Laffa rock, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lorenz, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot blacker than the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds that God's to put us all in one spot? Pop in a spot of conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me your position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud.
Let's get started.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away. Come on, shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away. Let me hear it go. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, come on. Whoa, yeah, you know the words.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. these colonies gonna rise up.
One of these colonies
Gonna rise up.
One of these colonies rise up. Rise up, rise up.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast. When we laugh, reach for a flask. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. Where are the hungriest brothers with something to prove? When foes oppose us, we take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, that guarantees the freedom for our descendants. Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance, of death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but gee, between all the bleeding and fighting I've been reading and writing, how we gonna handle our financial situation? Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of calories and sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Time to take,
Rise up, rise up.
time to take a shot.
Rise up, rise up.
Time to take a shot.
Rise up.
Take a shot, shot, shot. Time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. And I'm not throwing away my, not throwing away my shot.
All right, all right, all right. Our first raffle today is You'll Be Back. So, who can I... Ishika, do you have a moment? This is Ishika, folks. She's lovely. Look at this outfit. So, we're going to choose her. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please.
Michael.
Michael, no last name. Michael, no last name. Let's check the ticket number. Did we do the no ticket number? Oh, we should probably try putting their first and last name.
Is there a Michael right there?
You put 25 in. Are you Michael? Okay, let's see the writing. Yeah, sure. And this is Scout's honor, okay? This is you? All right, you will be singing You Will Be Back. Woo! So hang out with me backstage over here. Find Miss Kylie. Oh, I will keep this for... you want to keep this? Yeah. All right. All right, up next, we have the story of tonight. Ishika, Emily, Abby H, and Ava. Are you ready, girls? Take it away, guys.
I may not live to see our glory, but I will gladly join the fight.
I will gladly join the fight.
When our children tell our story,
When our children tell our story.
they'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight. Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away,
No matter what they tell you.
Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight.
Skylar sisters are set.
slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys.
Work, work, Angelica. Work, work, Eliza. And work, work, the Schuyler sisters. Angelica, Eliza. Work. Daddy said to be home by sundown. Doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like he said, you're free to go. But look around, the revolution's happening in New York. New York. Angelica, work. It's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. New ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for. She's looking for me. I'm looking for a mind at work, work. Mind at work, work. Mind at work, work. Whoa, whoa, work.
There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. Why you slumming in the city in your fancy heels? You searching for an urchin who can give you ideals?
Burr, you disgust me.
Ah, so you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
Yeah, I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Someone say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work! Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Yeah, I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Someone say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Work, work, Angelica. Work, work, Eliza. And work, work, the Schuyler sisters. Work, work, we're looking for a mind at work, work. Hey, hey, hey. In the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world.
Woo-hoo! Nice job, ladies. Please put your mics back. All right, before we begin, I want to make an announcement to go check out the raffle table. We will be taking the raffle for Wait For It in just a few songs. So if you haven't put your raffle in for Wait For It, it's $1 a ticket. It's $20 for 25, so go check it out.
Hear ye, hear ye! My name is Samuel Seabury, and I present to you free thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Heed not the rabble who scream revolution. They have not your interest at heart.
Oh my God, tear the suit apart.
Chaos and bloodshed are not a solution. Don't let them lead you astray. This Congress does not speak for me.
Let 'em be.
They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the King shows you his mercy. For shame, for shame.
Yo, he'd have you all unravel at the sound of screams, but the revolution is coming. The have-nots are gonna win this. It's hard to listen to you with a straight face. Chaos and bloodshed already haunt us. Honestly, you shouldn't even talk.
Don't let
and what about
them
Boston?
lead you
Look at the
astray.
cost and all that we've lost, and you talk about
This Congress does not speak
My
for
dog
me.
speaks more eloquently than thee.
Playing a dangerous game.
Strangely, your mage is the
I
same.
pray the King shows you his mercy.
Is he in Jersey?
For shame,
For the revolution! For the revolution!
revolution.
If you repeat yourself again, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me. Please don't read.
Not your interest.
Don't mock
modulate the key, then not debate with me? Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea?
Alexander, please.
Burr, I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Drop the niceties.
Silence! A message from the king. A message from the king. A message from the king.
War's not the price that you're willing to pay. You cry. Keep your mic up.
And the tea which you hold the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember remain estrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember despite our estrangement, I'm your man. I'm your man.
You'll be back.
Soon you'll see, you'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back. Time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. No, don't change the subject. Favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you to my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So you throw away the thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da.
Put your hands together.
Da 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 da. Everybody. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Give it up, give it up. All right, so this is I'm going to remind you that our next raffle is coming up. Please put in your raffle right before. $1 is one ticket. $20 is how many? All right, get ready, girls. And Joey. Sorry. Woohoo!
Miss Maylin, can we need a microphone? There we go. Everybody needs a mic?
There we go.
All right, here we go.
British General House got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. When they surround our troops, they surround our troops, when they surround our troops.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor, I knew it was the only way to rise. down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm a model of a modern major general, a venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives embellished in my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room, the truth is in your face. When you hear the British cannons go boom, any hope of success is fleeting. How can I keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? I put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Knights take Rook, but look, we are outgunned. What? Outmanned. What? Outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make it all outstand. Yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Incoming!
They're battering down the battery. Check the damages. We gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages. Let's take a stand with the stamina God has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon ship, yo. Let's steal the cannon.
Close the cannon, wash the blood and all the spray. And close the cannon, we're abandoning Kip's Bay. Close another Sheffin, plus a southern tippin'. Gotta run with the Harlem quick, we can't afford another slip. Guns and horses, giddy up. I decided to divvy up my forces. They're skittish as the British cut the city up. This close to giving up, facing mad scrutiny. I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the men in which I'm to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance.
Your Excellency, sir.
Who are you?
Aaron Burr, sir. Permission to state my case?
As you were?
I was a general in Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west.
Yes?
Well,
Your Excellency, you wanted to see me?
Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr?
Yes, sir. We keep meeting.
as I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out.
Burr?
Sir.
Close the door on your way out.
Have I done something wrong, sir?
On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh.
Sir?
Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff?
Sir.
Don't get me wrong, you're a young man of great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you.
To be their secretary? I don't think so.
And why are you upset?
I'm not.
It's alright, you want to fight. You've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. A head full of fantasy and dying like a martyr.
Yes.
Dying is easy, young man. Living is harder.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a power keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So?
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry.
I am not throwing away my shots.
Son,
We are outgunned, outmanned.
You need all the help you can get. I have some friends, Lawrence Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, what else?
Outnumbered, outplanned.
We'll need some spies on the inside, some kingsmen who might let some things slide. I'll write to Congress and tell them we need supplies to rally the guys, master the element of surprise. I'll rise up on my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of our new nation. Sir.
Here comes the general.
Rise up. What?
here comes the general.
Rise up. What?
Here comes the general.
Rise up. What?
Here comes the general.
What?
And his right-hand man.
Boom!
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loud-mouthed barter be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight. Now Hamilton still wants to fight, not rights. Now Hamilton still with the quill is undeniable. What do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to the flower. Ladies, look, varsity to the power. Ladies, they delighted, they distracted, and Martha Washington
Washington named a feral dog cat after him.
That's true.
1780, a winter ball, and the Skylar sisters on the envy of all. Yo, if you can marry a sister, you're rich, son.
Is it a question of if, Burr, or which one?
Hey, 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 hey,
hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey,
I do, I do, I do, I do.
hey,
Boy, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning in a. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. We were at a revel with some rebels on a hot night, laughing at my sister as she's dazzling in the room. Then you walked in my heart went boom. Trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing in the band's top volume. Grind to the rhythm as we wine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. Ooh. My sister made her way across the room to you. Ooh. And I got nervous thinking, what's she gonna do? She grabbed you by the arm, I'm thinking I'm through. Ooh. Then you look back at me and suddenly I'm helpless. Oh, look at those eyes. I know. Down for the count and I'm drowning in a helpless. I'm so into you. I am so into you. Helpless. I know. Down for the count and I'm drowning in a.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
Well, then by all means, lead the way.
Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Skylar,
My sister.
Thank you for all your service.
if it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister cause she wants to form a harem.
I'm just saying, if you really love me, you would share them.
2 weeks later, I'm in the living room stressing. My father's stone-faced while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as you whine and dine. And I'm trying not to cry cause there's nothing that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you. I panic for a second thinking we're through. But then he shakes your hand and says, be true. And you look back at me smiling and helpless.
Down for the count.
Woo!
Helpless.
That boy is mine. Helpless.
Down for the count and I'm
Drowning in a. Yeah, yeah.
Down for the count and
Down for the count. I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit.
In New York, you can be a new man. New York, you can be a new man. New York, you can be a new man.
Hey. All right, I'm up next. We'll see how this goes. All right.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now everyone, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler.
A toast to the groom,
To the groom, to the groom, to the groom,
to the bride,
To the bride.
from your sister, who is always by your side, to your union,
To the union. To the revolution.
and the hope that you provide.
Provide, you provide.
May you always that night, I just might. I remember that night, I just might. I remember that night, I remember that. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves to win our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes and a hunger praying frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game.
You strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. If I get you so.
You're like me, I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I have never been satisfied.
My name is Angelica Schuyler.
Alexander Hamilton.
Where's your family from?
Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait.
So this is what it feels like to match with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom I see in the light. Ben Franklin with a key and a kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said a total agreement is 3 minutes. A bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, and a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I asked about his family. Did you see his answers? His hands started fidgeting. He looked at his pants. He's penniless. He's flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy, does he know it? Peach fuzz, and he can't even grow it. I wanna take him far away from this place. Then I turn to see my sister's face, and she is helpless. And I know she is helpless. And her eyes are just helpless. And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
By all means, lead the way.
Number 1, I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. My job, so I'm the one who has the social class. So I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip. And New York City is insidious. And Alexander is penniless. That doesn't mean I want him any less.
Elizabeth Schuyler.
Schuyler.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Schuyler.
My sister. Number 2. He's after me because I'm a Schuyler sister that elevates the saddest side. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica. He was right. He will never be satisfied.
Thank you for all your service.
If it takes fighting a war to have met, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
Number 3.
I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. He'd be mine. She would say I'm fine. She'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes. As I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride. From your sister, who is always by your side. To the union, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied. And I know she'll be happy. And I know he will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
Make some noise! Woo! Ow!
Okay, guys, we are going to do a raffle, one more raffle. Let's get that box up here. Where are we? Thank you. It's on my seat. Oh, thank you. They already did that. Awesome. Can I have one of you? Charlie. Hi. All right. Drum roll, please. Wait for it. We have Robert Ramirez.
Hey, Robert!
I may not live to see our glory.
I may not live to see our
glory.
but I've seen wonders great and small.
I've seen wonders great and small.
If the tomcat can get married,
If Alexander can get married,
there's hope for all of us after all.
Raise a glass to freedom.
hey!
Something you will never see again, no matter what she tells you.
Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to the four of us.
Hey!
To the newly not poor of us.
Oh!
We'll tell the story of
tonight.
Let's have another round.
Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr.
Sir,
I didn't think that you would make it.
To be sure, I came to say congratulations. I see the whole gang is here.
you are the worst, Burr.
Ignore them. Congrats to you, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your commands instead of manning Georgia's journal.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Now be sensible. From what I've heard, you made yourself indispensable.
Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side, Burr.
Is that so?
What are you trying to hide, Burr?
I should go.
No, these guys should go.
What?
No, leave us alone. It's all right, Burr. I wish you brought this girl with you tonight.
You're very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir.
What do you mean?
She's married.
I see.
She's married to a British officer.
Oh.
Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I'll see you on the other side of the war.
I will never understand. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting for?
I'll see you on the other side of the war.
I'll see you on the other side of the war.
Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping the bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. Well, he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We keep living anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason, I'm by his side. So many have tried. I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and a brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach her.
Teacher, teacher, teacher.
My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive, well, everyone who loves me has died. I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. I am inimitable, I am original. I'm not falling behind or running late. I'm not standing still, I am lying in wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton paces relentless, he wastes no time. What is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no restraints. He takes and he takes and he takes. He keeps living anyway. Changes the game, plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive, so you survive. God damn it, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes. We rise and we fall. If there's a reason he seems to thrive, but so few survive, then I'm willing to. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Woo! Nice job. While they're setting up, I just want to remind you guys, we still have one more raffle song. It's Burn in Second Act. So please go to the raffle table. $1 for 1 ticket and $20 for... Very nice. So, please, there's food outside. Go check it out. Oh, you need one. Thank you.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
I have never seen a general so despondent. I have taken over writing all his correspondence. Congress rides shore to attack the British forces. I shoot back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment assistance. They only take British money, so sing a song of sixpence.
The cavalry's not coming.
But sir,
Alex, listen, there's only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage. Outright.
that's right.
Don't engage, strike by night. Remain relentless till the troops take flight.
Make it impossible to justify the cost of
Outrun.
Outrun.
Outlast.
Outlast.
Hit him quick, get out fast.
Plow.
Stay alive until this horror show is past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags half-mast.
Raise the glass.
I go back to New York in my apprenticeship.
I ask for French aid. I pray that Branson send a ship.
I stay at work with Hamilton. We write essays against slavery, and every day's a test of our camaraderie and bravery.
We cut supply lines, we steal contrabands. We pick and choose our battles and places to take a stand. And every day, sir, entrusts me with command. And every day,
No.
he dismisses me out of hand. Instead of me, he promotes
Charles Lee!
second in command.
I'm a general!
He's not the choice I would have gone with. He wins the battle of Monmouth.
Everyone attack!
Retreat!
Attack!
Retreat!
What are you doing, Lee? Get back on your feet!
But there's so many of them!
I'm sorry, is this not your speed? Hamilton!
Ready, sir.
Have Lafayette take the
Yes,
lead.
sir.
Soldiers die in 100-degree heat.
As we sail the stalemate from the jaws of defeat.
Charles Lee was left behind without a pot to piss in. He started saying this to anybody who would listen.
Washington cannot be left alone to his devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he can do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco in Mount Vernon.
Do a thing. History will prove him wrong.
But, sir.
We have a war to fight. Let's move along.
Strong words from Lee. Someone ought to hold him to it.
I can't disobey direct orders.
Then I'll do it. Alexander, you're the closest friend I've got.
Lawrence, do not throw away your shot.
Okay.
It's the 10 dual commandments.
It's the 10 dual commandments.
Number 1.
Challenge, demand satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action.
Number 2.
If they don't, grab a friend, that's your second.
Your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned.
Number 3.
Have your seconds meet face to face.
Negotiate a peace.
Or negotiate a time and place.
This is commonplace, especially to recruits.
Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4.
If they don't reach a peace, that's alright. Time to get some pistols and a doctor on site.
You pay him in advance, you treat him with civility.
You have him turn around so he can have deniability.
5.
Duel before the sun is in the sky.
Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number 6.
Leave a note for your next of kin. Tell them where you've been. Pray that hella heaven lets you in.
7.
Confess your sins, ready for the moment of adrenaline when you finally face your opponent.
Number 8.
Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight.
Alexander.
Aaron Burr, sir.
Can we agree that duels are dumb and immature?
Sure, but your man has to answer for his words, Burr.
With his life? We both know that's absurd, sir.
Hang on, how many men died because Lee one isn't ruinous?
Okay, so we're doing this.
Number 9.
Look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10, paces, fire!
Lee, do you yield?
You shot him in the side. Yes, he yields. We gotta clear the field.
Go, we won.
Here comes the general.
This should be fun.
For the general.
Yes, sir.
You will never agree with me, but believe me, these young men don't speak for me. Thank you for your service.
Let's ride.
Sir, meet me inside.
Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside.
Son,
Don't call me son.
war's hard enough without infighting.
Lee called you out. We called his bluff.
You solve nothing. You aggravate our allies to the south.
You're absolutely right. John should have shot him in the mouth. That would have shut him up.
Son,
I'm not your son.
watch your tone. I am not a maiden in need of defending.
Thomas
I am
Lee, Charles Conway, these men take your name and they rake it through the mud.
My name's been through a lot. I can take
Well,
it.
I don't have your name. I don't have your title. I don't have your land. But if you
know,
if you gave me a command of a battalion, a group of men to lead, I could fly up on my station after the war.
or you could die, and we need you alive.
I am more than willing to die.
Your wife needs you alive. See, I need you alive.
Call me son one more time.
Go home, Alexander. That's an order from your commander.
Sir?
Go home.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around.
How long have you known?
A month or so.
Eliza, you should have told me.
I wrote to the general a month ago.
No.
I begged him to send you home.
You should have told me.
I'm not sorry. Knew you'd fight until the war was
war's not
won.
done.
But you deserve a chance to meet your son. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
Relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life.
Relish being your wife. Look around, look around. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if this child shares a fraction of your smile or a fragment of your mind, look out, world, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing, the world you keep erasing and creating in your mind. I am not afraid. I know who I married, so long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. If I could grant you peace of mind, if you could let me inside your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative in the story they will write someday. Let this moment be the first chapter where you decide to stay. And I could be enough, and we could be enough. That would be enough.
ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower. Somehow defeat a global superpower. How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire? Leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher. Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant. You know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! Lafayette! I'm taking this horse by the reins, being red coat for the bloodstains. Lafayette! Never no time to make shop burns. In the meantime, Lafayette! Watch me engage it, I'm escaping, I'm enraged, and I'm out. Lafayette! I'm France for more fun. Lafayette! I'm back with more guns and ships. I saw the balance shifts.
We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts.
We could end this war in Yorktown, cut them off at sea, but for this to succeed, there's someone else we need.
I know.
Hamilton knows what to do in French, the French army.
Hamilton.
We're gonna have to use eventually. What's it gonna do in the bench army?
Hamilton.
Matching my practical tactical brilliance.
Hamilton.
You don't fight for your land back.
Hamilton. Right hand man back.
That's right.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Gotta get your
Hamilton.
hand man back.
Hamilton.
Gotta put your blood line up sooner or later to get your hand man back.
Alexander Hamilton. Troops are waiting in the field for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, I have soldiers that will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, they'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same. Alexander.
I was younger than you are now. I was younger than you are now.
There it is.
When I was given my first command, I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and felt the shame rising. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes. History has its eyes. So let me tell you what I wished I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you. But remember from here on in that history has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you.
Let's do this.
Give it up, guys.
One, two, I'm missing one more. Alex Washington, come here, sweetie.
The best.
The Battle of Yorktown,
I don't remember what year that was.
1781.
Monsieur Lafayette, how you say no sweat? We're finally on the field, we've had quite a run.
Immigrants,
We get the job done. So what happens if we win?
I go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance.
We'll be with you when you do.
Go, lead your men.
I'll see you on the other side.
Go.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I know I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Till the world there so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. On my feet, the enemy ahead of me. If this is the enemy, at least I have a friend with me. A weapon in my hand and command and my men with me. Now remember, my Eliza's expecting me. Not only that, my Eliza's expecting. We gotta go, gotta get the job done. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Take the bullets out your gun.
What?
The bullets out your gun.
What?
We move undercover and we move as one. Through the night we have one shot to live another day. We cannot let a stray gunshot give us away. We fight up close, seize the moment and stay in it. It's either that or meet the business end of a bayonet. The code word is Rochambeau, dig me?
Rochambeau.
You have your orders now, go man go. And so the American experiment begins with my friends all scattered to the winds. Lawrence is in South Carolina, redefining bravery. We'll never be free until we end slavery. When we finally drive the British away, Lafayette is there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. How did we know that this plan would work? We had a spy on the inside, that's right, Hercules Mulligan.
To the spies on the British government, I take their measurements, information, then I smuggle it.
Who?
To my brother's revolutionary convent, I'm running with the sons of liberty, and I am loving it. That's what happens when you're up against the ruffians. We in thick now, Shabati's got a shovel lit. Hercules Mulligan, I need no introduction when you knock me down and get myself back right now.
Let's go! Hey, hey!
Put your hands together, let's go!
Right, hold, hold. What?
After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet.
We frantically lower our guns as he frantically waves a white handkerchief.
And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded, we count our dead. Black and white soldiers wonder alike if this really means freedom.
Not yet.
We negotiate terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort their men out of Yorktown. They stagger home single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets. There are screams and church bells ringing. And as our fallen foes retreat, I hear the drinking song they're singing.
The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down, 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 down. Down, down.
Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son.
We won!
We won!
We won!
The world turned upside
They say the price of my war is not a price that they're willing to pay. Insane! You cheat with the French, now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. I thought that we made an arrangement when you went away. You were mine to subdue. Well, even despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's on your call, all alone across the sea. When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 da. You're on your own. Bye bye.
sure what to say to you. You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smiled, you knocked me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If he lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Oh, Philip, you outshine the morning sun. My son, when you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around.
Wasn't around.
I said I'll be around. Oh, wait. Father wasn't around.
Father wasn't around.
I swear that I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes.
I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world safe and sound for you. You'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
After the war, I went back to New York.
I finished up my studies and I practiced law.
I practiced law, Burr worked next door.
Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop.
Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation, the liberty behind deliberation. I intend to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt with my assistant counsel.
Oh, Hamilton, sit down. Our client Levy Reeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say.
Okay, one more thing.
Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Hey! Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Hey! Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Hey! So that attitude may be your due. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time.
Keep on fighting in the meantime.
Non-stop.
Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony, and nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. This colony's economy's increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's why public service seems to be calling me. I practiced the law, I practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world, and I've corrected it. Now for a strong central democracy, if not, then I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities.
Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention.
I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention.
There is a New York junior delegate.
Now what I'm gonna say may sound indelicate.
Goes and proposes his own form of government.
What?
His own plan for a new form of government.
What?
He talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless.
Yo, who the heck is this?
Why do you always say what you believe?
Why do you always say what you believe?
Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies.
Why do you like it's going out of style.
Hey.
Every day and night like it's going out of style.
Hey.
Every day you fight like it's going out of style.
Do what you do.
Alexander.
Aaron Burr, sir.
But it's the middle of the night.
Can we confer, sir?
Is this a legal matter?
Yes, and it's important to me.
What do you need?
Burr, you're a better lawyer than me.
Okay.
I know I talk too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in court. You're succinct, persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution.
Who's your client?
The new U.S. Constitution?
No.
Hear me out.
No way.
A series of essays anonymously published defending the document to the public.
No one will read it.
I disagree.
And if it fails?
Burr, that's why we need it.
The Constitution's a mess.
So it needs amendments.
It's full of contradictions.
So is independence. We have to start somewhere.
No, no way.
You're making a mistake.
Good night.
Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for?
What?
We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution?
Of course.
Then defend it.
And what if you're backing the wrong horse?
Burr, we've studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation. We now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side.
You'll keep all my plans close to my chest.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait.
You'll wait here and see
Which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time, watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow. I am sailing off to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He is not a lot of fun, but there is no one who can match you for turn of phrase. My Alexander,
Angelica.
don't forget to run.
Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just say you lied, that would be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough?
Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the United States Constitution entitled The Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the three men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're
Running out of time.
Write day and night like you're
Running out of time.
Every day you fight like you're
Running out of time.
Like you're
Running out of time. Running out of time. How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you need it to survive?
How do you write? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive.
They're asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to get the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand
Treasury or
man.
state?
I know it's a lot to ask.
Treasury or
To
state?
leave behind the world you know.
Sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or the State Department?
Treasury.
Let's go.
Alexander.
I have to leave.
Alexander.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. They're asking me to lead.
Look around. Isn't this enough?
He will never be satisfied. He will never be satisfied. Satisfied.
History has its eyes on you.
He will never be satisfied. Satisfied.
History has its eyes on
Why do you write like
History has its eyes on you. I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shots. I am Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton, just you wait. I am not throwing away my shot. Woo!
17.
1789. How does the bastard orphan immigrant decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more yet? Treasury Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him, pissed him off. until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, 'cause he's been kicking back as the ambassador to France. Still gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Lord, he's been off in Paris for so long.
For instance, following us to revolution, there is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I am Lafayette, dropped the declaration, and I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. Oh. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home, I wanna give you a kiss. Mwah. I've been to Paris, meeting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. Oh, there's a letter on my desk from the president. Haven't even put my back down yet. Now the real lamb down the road to open it. It says the president's assembling a cabinet, and that I'm gonna be the Secretary of State. Great, and that I'm already sending approved. I just got home and now I'm headed up to New York.
Headed to New York, headed to New York.
Looking at the rolling fields, I can't believe that we are free. Ready to face whatever's awaiting me in NYC. Who's waiting for it when I step in the place? My friend James Madison, red in the face. He grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on? Thomas, we are engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. Fighting for the South below. Where have you been? France. We have to win. So what did I miss?
What did I miss?
What did I miss?
Come home to this.
Head burst into a political abyss.
Head first into the abyss.
I had my first cabinet meeting today. I guess I better think of something to say. I'm already on my way to get to the bottom of this.
What did I miss? Mr. Jefferson, welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton.
Mr. Jefferson,
Welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home, sir. You've been off in Paris for so long.
So what did I miss?
Before we begin the cabinet battle, should we raffle off Burn right now? Can I get the okay from the Miss K? We're raffling off Burn. Can I get that? Lovely box. All right, everyone, on drum roll, go!
Wow.
We love
Sorry,
you, Leland.
got like really excited for that. There we go.
Hold it.
Sorry. So sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3. His name's Juan, so see what I did there? No!
And the winner is Maylin.
Make some noise for Maylin! Hey, you put my name in. Thank you.
Give it up for Miss Maylin.
Hey, does someone else want it? Or
No, Maylin, you're doing it.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Fine. All right, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us in New York City. Are you ready for a cabinet meeting, huh? The issue on the table, Secretary Hamilton's plan to assume state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them. Ow! But Hamilton forgets, his plan would have the government assume states' debts. Now place your bets as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton sits.
Not true.
Oh, if the shoe fits, wear it. If New York's in debt, why should Virginia bear it? Our debts are paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax the South, cause we got it made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground. We create. You just want to move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand, and it's too many dang pages for any man to understand. Say it with me, in the land of the free, and pray to God we never see Hamilton's candidacy. Look, when Britain taxed our tea, we got frisky. Imagine what gon' happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
Thomas, that was a real nice declaration. Welcome to the present, we're running a real nation. Would you like to join us?
Or stay mellow doing whatever the heck it is you do in Monticello.
We assume the debts the union gets, a new line of credit, a financial diuretic. How do you not get it? We're aggressive and competitive. The union gets a boost, you'd rather give it a sedative? A civics lesson from a slaver, hey neighbor. Your debts are paid cause you don't pay for labor.
We plant seeds in the South, we create.
Yeah, keep ranting. We know who's really doing the planting. And another thing, Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about the war. You didn't fight in it. You think I'm frightened of you, man? We almost died in the trench while you were off getting high with the French. Thomas Jefferson always hesitant with the president. Reticent, there isn't a plan he doesn't jettison. Madison, you're mad as a hatter, son, taking medicine. Then you in worship, the national debt is it. Sitting there useless as 2 bits. Hey, turn around, bend over. I'll show you where my shoe fits.
Excuse me. Madison, Jefferson, take a walk. Hamilton, take a walk. We'll reconvene after a brief recess. Hamilton, a word.
You don't have the votes.
You don't have the votes. You're gonna need congressional approval, and you don't have the votes. Such a blunder sometimes, it makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder.
Why he even brings the thunder?
You want to pull yourself together?
I'm sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather.
Young man, I'm a Virginian, so watch your mouth.
So we let Congress get held hostage by the South?
You need the votes.
No, we need bold strokes. We need this plan.
No, you need to convince more folks.
James Madison won't talk to me. That's a non-starter.
Winning was easy, young man. Governing's harder.
They're being intransigent.
So have to find a compromise.
They don't have a plan, they just hate mine.
Convince them otherwise.
What happens if I don't get congressional approval?
I imagine they'll call for your removal.
Sir.
Figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander.
Un, deux, trois, quatre, sept, six, sept, huit, neuf.
Good.
Un, deux, trois, quatre, sept, six, sept, huit, neuf. Sept, huit, neuf. 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
My dearest Angelica, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. I trust you'll understand a reference to another Scottish tragedy without my having to name the play. They think me Macbeth, and ambition is my folly. I'm a polymath, a pain in the butt, massive pain. Madison is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Brigham Wood's in Congress on its way to Dunsinane. And there you are an ocean away. Do you have to live an ocean away? Not to use aside, then I get another letter. I cannot put the notion away.
Break.
I am on my way.
There's a little surprise before
for supper and it cannot wait.
I'll be there in a minute. Save my plate.
Alexander,
Okay.
your son is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away.
Daddy, look. My name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine.
What?
I practice French and play piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother.
Okay.
My daddy's trying to start America's bank.
Take a break.
Hey, our kid is pretty great.
Run away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Eliza, I have so much on my plate.
And I'll go stay with my father. There's a lake I know. And a nearby park.
I love to go.
You and I can go when the night gets dark.
I will try to get away.
My dearest Alexander, you must get through to Jefferson. Sit down with him and compromise. So stop till you agree. Your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. A letter I received from you 2 weeks ago. I noticed a comma in the middle of a phrase. Change the meaning. Did you intend this? One stroke of you consumed my waking days. It says, my dearest Angelica. With a comma after dearest, you've written
My dearest Angelica.
Anyway, all this to say, I'm coming home for the summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family. I'll make you way upstate. I know you're very busy. I know your work's important. But I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait.
You won't be an ocean away.
You will only be a moment away.
Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today. Angelica.
Eliza.
The Schuyler sisters.
Alexander.
Hi.
It's good to see your face.
Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family.
Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway.
You're not joining us? Wait.
I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate.
Alexander, I came all this way.
All this way.
Take a break.
You know I have to get my plan through Congress.
Stay with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Lose my job if we don't get this plan through
We
Congress.
can all go stay with my father.
There's a lake I know. It's just a nearby park.
To your courage to the sticky place.
I can go. Take a break and get away.
Come away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Where we can stay.
We can all go stay with our father. You take your time. You'll make your mark.
Now we can go when the night gets dark. Take a
I
break.
can't stop till I get my plan through Congress. I can't stop till I get this plan through Congress. Sorry.
So, we skipped this next song because stuff happens and we're in a church. So we skip it. Basically, we said no to this song. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, I tried. Okay, so guys, give it up for Counterpoint, the room where it happens.
Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Burr, sir.
Did you hear the news about good old General Mercer?
No.
You know Claremont Street?
Yeah.
They renamed it after him. The Mercer legacy is secure.
Sure.
And all he had to do was die.
Yeah, that's a lot less work.
We ought to give it a try. Now how you gonna get your debt plan through?
Well, I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you.
Really?
Talk less, smile more. Do whatever it takes to get my plan on the Congress floor.
Now Madison and Jefferson are merciless.
Well, hate the symbol of the sinner. Sorry, Burr, I gotta go.
But
decisions are happening over dinner.
nation's capital. So here's your pièce de resistance.
No one else is in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one really knows how to gain his way. The art of the trade, how the sausage is made. We just assume that it happens. No one else is in the room where it happened. Thomas Wayne.
Alexander was on Washington's doorstep one day in distress of disarray.
Thomas Wayne.
Alexander said nowhere else to turn
And basically begged me to join the fray.
Thomas Wayne.
I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say.
Thomas Wayne.
Well, I arranged the meeting, I arranged the menu, the venue, the seating. But
No one else is in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. No one else is in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. No one really knows how the parties get to yes.
The pieces that are sacrificed
In every game of chess, we just assume that it happens. But no one else is in the room where it happens.
Meanwhile, Madison is scrapping over the fact that not every issue can be settled by committee.
Meanwhile,
Congress is fighting over where to put the Capitol. It isn't pretty. Jefferson approaches with a dinner and invite. Madison responds with Virginian insight.
Maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerners. In other words, a quid pro quo. I suppose. Wouldn't you like to work a little closer to home? Actually, I would. Well, I propose. And you'll provide him his votes? Well, we'll see how it goes. Let's go.
No.
No one else is in the room
where it happens. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. No one else is in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. The room where it happens.
My God.
In God we trust, but we never really know what God discussed. Click, boom, let it happen.
But no one else is in the room where
Alexander Hamilton.
What did they say to you to get you to sell New York City down the river?
Alexander Hamilton.
Did Washington know about the dinner? Was there presidential pressure to deliver?
Alexander Hamilton.
Or did you know, even then, it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol?
Cause we'll have the banks. We're in the same spot.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you ain't gonna win unless you play the game. Oh, you get love for it, you get hate for it, you get nothing if you wait for it, wait for it, wait. God help and forgive me. I wanna build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you want, Burr? What do you want, Burr? If you stand for nothing, then what do you want? What do you want?
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. Oh, I wanna be in. I got to be in the room. That's big old room. Hold your nose and close your eyes. They don't get a say in what they trade away.
We dream of a brand new start.
But we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I got to be in the room where it happens. I got to be. I got to be. I got to be in the room where it happens. I gotta be. I gotta be. I gotta be in the room. Click, boom.
Let's roll. Ready?
The issue on the table. The issue on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. Now, do we provide aid to our troops, to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only person you have to convince is me, Secretary Jefferson. You have the floor, sir.
Needy, we made a promise, we signed a treaty. Half a chance, who provided those funds? France.
Serve as for land.
only a promise that we'd lend a hand in return against oppressors and revolutionists messy. Now is the time to stand with our brothers as we fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here and he would rather not have this debate. I'll remind you, he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty. Desperate to rise above this station, everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
You must be out of your damn mind if you think the president is gonna bring the nation to the brink. A meddling in the military mess, a game of chess where France is being kingless. You signed a treaty with the king, his head now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Should we honor our King Julie's head? Do whatever you want, I'm super dead.
Enough!
Mr. President.
Hamilton is right. We're too fragile to start another fight.
But sir, what do we need for fight for freedom?
Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them.
The French are leading.
The people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. You would let your ideals blind you to reality. Hamilton, sir, draft a statement of neutrality.
Did you forget Lafayette? Are you an ounce of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in their hour of need you forget.
Lafayette's a smart man, he'll be fine. But before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to find every revolution in the world, where do we stop? Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
Alas, I admit it.
I bet you were quite a lawyer.
My defendants got acquitted.
Yeah, well, someone ought to remind you.
What?
You're nothing without Washington behind you. Daddy's calling.
Nice job, guys. All right, my boys, here you go. Yeah, okay.
It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Every action has its equal opposite reactions. Thanks to Hamilton, our cabinet's fractured into factions. Try not to crack under the stress. We're breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the press and we don't print retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits of passion. The way he primps and preens and dresses like the pits of fashion. Our poorest citizens, our farmers, live ration to ration as Wall Street robs a blind in search of chips to cash in. This prick is asking for someone to bring him to task. Somebody give me some dirt on this vacuous mass so we can at last unmask him. I'll pull the trigger on him. Someone load the gun and cock it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket.
It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights,
which I wrote.
The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
So he's doubled the size of the government. Wasn't the trouble with much of our previous government size?
Look at his eyes.
See how he lies?
All the scent of his enterprise.
Centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive.
If we don't stop it, we aid and abet it.
I have to resign.
Somebody has to stand up for the South.
Somebody's gotta stand up to his mouth.
If there's a fire you're trying to douse, you can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet. I am complicit in watching him grabbing at power and kissing it. Washington isn't gonna listen to disciplined dissidents. This is the difference. This kid is out.
Oh, this immigrant isn't somebody we chose. Oh, this immigrant's keeping us on our toes. Oh, show these federalists who they're up against. Oh, Southern mother-loving Democratic Republicans. Oh, let's follow the money and see where it goes. Oh, because every second the Treasury grows. Oh, follow the money and see where it leads. Get in the weeds, look for the seeds of Hamilton's misdeeds. It must be nice.
Follow the money and see where it goes.
It must be nice.
The emperor has no clothes.
We won't be invisible. We won't be denied. Still, it must be nice, to have Washington on your side.
Mr. President, you asked to see me.
I know you're busy.
What is it, sir? Sir.
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning.
You're kidding.
I need a favor.
Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for this behavior.
Shh. Talk less.
I'll use the press. I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I could do to him.
No. I need you to draft an address.
Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your
No.
mind.
He's stepping down so he can run for president.
Good luck defeating you, sir.
I'm stepping down. I'm not running for president.
I'm sorry, what?
One last time. Relax, have a drink with me. One last time. And if we'll take a break tonight, and then we'll teach him how to say goodbye, to say goodbye. You and I.
No, sir,
I want to talk about neutrality.
Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best
I want
time?
partisan fighting.
But
pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned.
as far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve.
No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach him how to say goodbye. You and I.
Mr. President, they will say you're weak.
No, they will say we're strong.
Your position is so unique.
So I'll use it to move them along.
Why do you have to say goodbye?
If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It outlives me when I'm gone. Like the scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree. No one shall make them afraid. Be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made. One last time.
One last time. Though in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error, I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me
The hope
that my country will
view them with indulgence.
and that
After 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with an upright zeal,
the faults of incompetent abilities will soon be consigned to oblivion, as I myself
will soon be
to the mansions of rest.
I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens. The benign influence of the good laws under the free government, the favorite object of my heart, and the happy reward as I trust of our mutual cares, labors, and dangers. One last time.
Washington is going home. Teach him how to say goodbye. Washington is going home.
You and I, going home. History has its eyes on you, yeah. We're gonna teach him how to say goodbye. We're gonna
So the next performer is actually the one responsible for all those tickets. He did 50 of my name, and I love him. So without further ado, Tanner William Arden.
They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
John Adams, I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it, 85? That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. All alone, watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Cheese and rice, this will be fun. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. President John Adams, good luck.
You ready, buddy?
In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment. Yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out. Wrote everything down far as I could see. I wrote my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me. They passed a plate around. Total strangers moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me to book passage on the ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote away my revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. And when my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up a pen. I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment. Yellow sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
My way out. Write everything down far as I can see.
History has its
I'll write my way out. Overwhelm them with honesty. This is the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I can protect my legacy.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait.
The Reynolds pamphlet.
The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. I lied. The charge against me is a connection with one James Reynolds for purposes of improper speculation. My real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for a considerable time with his knowing consent.
I frequent meetings with her, most of them in my own house.
came as soon as I heard.
Angelica!
All the way from London, man!
Angelica, thank God someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. For what we had aside, I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now.
Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now.
Never gonna be president now.
That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
See what's on with that.
Never gonna be president now.
Never gonna be president now.
Never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
Reynolds pamphlet.
Have you read this?
Have you ever seen somebody ruin their whole life?
His poor wife.
Ice. Not yet. I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful of that one love. He'll do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote to me. I'm searching and scanning in answers for every line, for some kind of sign of when you were mine. The world seemed to burn. You published the letters she wrote to you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you've done? She said, you've married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless. You are paranoid in every paragraph. How they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future's historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You sleep in your office instead with only the memories of when you were I hope that you burn.
graduate of King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I amaze and astonish. The scholars say I got the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The ladies say my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father, but bolder. I shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I would blow us all away. Ladies, I'm looking for a Mr. George Eaker. Made a speech last week, our 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that, I'm making my father proud.
So I'm just up Broadway a couple of blocks.
He was going to see a play.
Well, I'll go visit his box.
God, you're a fuck.
Hey, y'all look pretty good in your frocks. How about when I get back, we all strip down to our socks?
Okay.
George! George!
I'm trying to watch a show.
You should have watched your mouth before you talked about my father, though.
I didn't say anything that wasn't true. Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems to you.
It's like that?
Yeah, don't go around. I'm not your little schoolboy.
Well, then I'll see you on the dueling ground. That is, unless you want to step outside and go now.
I know where to find you. Get lost. I'm watching this show now.
Oh my God. Pops, if you had only heard the stuff he said about you, I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to.
Slow down.
I came to ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school.
Did your friends attempt to negotiate to peace?
He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease.
Where does this thing
Across
happen?
the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey.
All right, so this is what you're going to do. Stand there like a man until Iker is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
Well, what if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner.
No, he'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor. Take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak.
Father.
Promise me you don't want this. Young man's blood on your conscience.
Okay, I promise.
Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud.
My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Eaker, how was the rest of your show?
I'd rather skip the pleasantries. Let's go. Grab your pistol.
Confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10.
Count to 10.
Look them in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
Where's my son?
Mr. Hamilton, come in. They brought him in half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way over.
Is he alive?
Yes, but you have to understand the bullet entered just above his hip and lodged in his right arm.
Can I see him, please?
I'm doing everything I can. But the wound was already infected when he arrived.
I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high.
I know. I know you did everything just right.
Even before we got to 10, I was aiming for the sky.
I know.
was aiming for the sky.
I know, save your strength and stay alive. Eliza.
Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know? Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me. My son, we played piano. I taught you piano. You would put your hands on mine. You changed the melody every time. I would always change the line. I know. I would always change the line. I know. Un, deux, trois, quatre, six, sept, huit, neuf. Good. Un, deux, trois, quatre, six, sept, huit, neuf. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. Woo!
I'm so sorry.
There are moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can. Push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown. I'm learned to live with the unimaginable.
I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday, a sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before.
If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
Philip, you will like it uptown. It's quiet uptown.
He is walking through the unimaginable. His hair is gone gray. He passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city.
Knock me out, I fall apart.
Can you imagine?
Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out, and that would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges we're facing. I know there's no replacing what we've lost, and you need time, but I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stay by your side, and that would be enough.
If you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity.
Liza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown.
He is trying to do the unimaginable. See them walking in the park, long after dark, taking in the sights of the city.
Look around, Eliza.
They are trying to do the unimaginable. Moments that the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we could never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden, Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine forgiveness? Can you imagine if you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity. They are going through the unimaginable.
Thank you, guys. While my next number is getting set up, there's a lot of them. I want to take a moment to thank all the parent volunteers here today. Can we give it up for them? We couldn't have done this without them. And up in the booth, we have Keely Milliken, our matriarch, woo, running. And then we have Jeff on sound. And then we have Jason in the booth doing all these slides. He did 1,300 slides for us tonight, and he's a volunteer. So give it up for Jason. One more, one big one for Jason. Thank you, man. All right, so, yeah, you, okay, here, hi.
has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams wet the bed. I love the guy, but he's attraction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction.
He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances.
He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances.
Ask him a question, he glances off. He obfuscates, he dances.
And they say I'm a Francophile, at least they know I know where France is.
Thomas, that's the problem. See, they see Burr as less extreme. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
Used to work on the same staff.
What?
It might be nice, it might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. It might be nice, it might be nice to get Hamilton on your side.
Don't let Burr smile more. Burr! Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Burr! Shake hands with him. Burr! Charm her. Burr! It's 1800. Ladies, tell your husbands, vote for Burr!
Well, he's gonna lose, that's just a fetus.
And Jefferson?
Yeah, he's so elitist. I like Aaron Burr. I can't believe we're here with him. He seems approachable.
Like you could grab a beer with him.
Dear
Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalists would like to know how you'll be voting. Dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? It's quiet up, Jefferson or Burr. Jefferson or Burr, we know it's lose-lose. Jefferson or Burr. Jefferson or Burr, but if you had to choose, dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? But if you had to choose...
Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir.
Alexander!
You've created quite a stir, sir.
I'm going door to door.
You're openly campaigning?
Sure.
That's new.
Honestly, it's kind of draining.
Burr,
Sir?
is there anything you wouldn't do?
No, I'm chasing what I want. And you know what?
What?
I learned that from you.
If you had to choose, if you had to choose,
It's a tie.
if you had to choose, if you had to choose,
Up to the delegates.
if you had to choose, if you had to choose, up to Hamilton. If you had to choose, if you had to choose, choose.
Yo! People are asking to hear my voice.
Oh!
The country is facing a difficult choice.
Oh!
If you were to ask me who I'd vote,
Oh!
Jefferson has my vote.
Oh!
Never agreed with Jefferson once.
Oh!
We have fought on like 75 different fronts.
Oh!
When all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Hamilton's on your side.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
And
You won in a landslide.
Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight.
uh-huh.
I look forward to our partnership.
Our partnership.
As your vice president?
Yeah, right. You hear this guy? Man openly campaigns against me, talking about how I look forward to our partnership.
It is crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be vice president.
Oh, yeah, you know what? We can change that. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm the president. And hey, Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement.
How does Hamilton, an arrogant, immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore son, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson? His enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon on the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Look, you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you have something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice President, I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Ham.
Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Prepared to at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man.
Burr, your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I won't apologize because it's true.
And stand, Alexander. Weehawken, dawn, guns drawn.
You're on.
I have the honor to be your obedient servant,
A. Ham.
A. Burr.
Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of town.
It's still dark outside.
I know. I just need to write something down.
Why do you write like you're running out of time? Come back to bed, that would be enough.
I'll be back before you know I'm gone.
Come back to sleep.
This meeting's at dawn.
Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Hey, best of wives and best of women.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 things you need to know.
Number 1.
Rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William Van Ness signed on as my
Number 2.
Hamilton arrived with his crew, Nathaniel Pennington, and a doctor that he knew.
Number 3.
I watched as he examined the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. So it spoils my political pursuits.
Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4.
Hamilton drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with the marksman ability. The doctor turned around so he can have deniability.
5.
No, I didn't know this at the time, but we were near the same spot. Your son died, is that why?
6.
He examined his gun with such rigor. I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger.
7.
Confession time, here's what I got. My fellow soldiers to tell you I'm a terrible shot.
Number 8.
Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in his classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim. It's him or me, the world will never be the same. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter.
Number 9.
Look him in the eye and no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10. Paces fire.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me? I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There's no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy, maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you'll remember me? What if this bullet is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make a difference. A place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time, I'm running and my time's up. Wise up, eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads a soldier's chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, Eliza. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom.
The sky.
Wait! I strike him right between his ribs. I walk towards him, but I am ushered away. They row him back across the Hudson. I get a drink. I hear wailing in the streets. Somebody tells me you better hide. I see Angelica and Eliza were both at his side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. History obliterates. It paints me in all my mistakes. And Alexander aimed at the sky. He may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me.
Woo! All right. This is our last song. Oh, sure, that has mic. This is our last song of the night. How did we like Hamiltunes? All right, guys, so we have a special treat for you. Our last performance is with our matriarch, the mother of center stage, Miss Kaylee Milliken and Houseplant.
Let me tell you what I wish I known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
President Jefferson.
I'll give him this. His financial system was a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
President Madison.
He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all of the credit he gave us.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Every founding father's story gets told. Every founding father gets to grow old.
But when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story?
Who tells your story? Who tells your story?
Eliza, I put myself back in the narrative.
Woo!
I stopped wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough. I've interviewed every soldier who fought by your side.
She tells our story.
I tried to make sense of your thousands of pages of writing. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica
When she's alive, we tell your story. She is buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. Though I'm still not through, I asked myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord in His kindness, He gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument. I speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage. I helped to raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up. The orphanage. And in their eyes I see you, Alexander. I see them every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Tell your story. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? A round of applause for everybody who sang. Come on up on stage.
Come on up stage, guys. Great job, everyone that sang.
Before we leave you tonight, and feel free to come and hang out. We've got lots of food still out there. You guys can sit on the steps. You can go around. We are so blessed to be in a country where we could do this today or any day. And we are so blessed to be in a wonderful city with such supportive people like IFGF and Pastor Dan and Pastor May that are here tonight. So before we end tonight, I'd just love everyone to stand and sing God Bless America with us on this President's Day weekend. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Amen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for coming tonight and all the many people that helped put this together.